all day. Money, power, respect. 3 the hard way.
What up, world? Welcome back. We got 3 the Hard Way TV live. We got the all-star cast tonight. We got my girl, Brittany, B. Nicole. How you feeling, Brittany? Don't be silent on us.
Hey!
Hey, okay.
She put herself on mute.
Put herself on mute. She got to make sure she got a lot to say this time. We got the lovely Monet and Tasha. How y'all feeling over there?
We good.
Good. All right, we got the beautiful Jasmine. Jasmine checking in from North Carolina.
North Carolina, come on in. Okay, my bad.
And we got Octavia. It must be hot where she at because she eat ice cream.
It's good.
It's good.
That's froyo.
We got my man, Freddie B. God first. Here's my boy. He down there in Houston.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Enjoying some beautiful lamb and some asparagus tonight, guys.
we got my man, Mr. Wisdom Derek, on the show.
Man,
Triple OG.
What's up? I couldn't get no lamb. I had to get me some Uber Eats.
I'm up here eating key limes. You know what I'm saying? I can't get nothing else. You got my boy Dion. You know, he say, ladies, y'all know who he is. And I'm your host, Real. You already know. Today's show, people, my beautiful people, we got a show today. We talking about reparations. Should the United States give us reparations? How much? And the removing of Confederate flags and statues. All these racist white people. Sports figures, all that. How do y'all feel about that? We're going to start the show off tonight with some of our guests. We're going to go straight to Monet and Tasha. How y'all feel about reparations and removing of the Confederate flag?
I think it should be done, both of them. Reparations is something that was never given to us. Once they say free, they just let us out. We didn't know nothing, we couldn't understand nothing, and we couldn't get nothing. We helped build what they stole. Like,
okay.
Take that mess down. What does it represent? The flag represent what they wanted, what they were used to, and what they thought were supposed to get. Take the statues down. Who are they representing? A small group of people. Period.
I feel like we should get reparations. Jewish people got reparations, and Indian people get funds and all that stuff like that. Why can't we? I guess statues should be taken down. Simple.
Okay, Jasmine. What's your take on this? You live in the South, Jasmine. You currently in North Carolina.
North Carolina.
I think we should get rid of the Confederate flag and anything that represents like racism. I'm trying to think about. See, the only downfall about the whole getting the money is that I don't want us to get the money and put it right back in their hands.
Right.
So I'm having like mixed feelings. Maybe it's like give us a piece of a land or I don't know, something like that. But to give us money, I would hate for us to put it right back in their bank.
Yep.
So I don't know about the whole preparation part.
Okay, let's let one of the fellas jump in. Freddie B, you in the South too? You in Houston?
Yeah. It's what a coincidence. True story, guys. I was coming out of Walmart. I think that was Friday. And I seen the firemen outside taking down the flag. And my cousin pointed out to me that they was taking down the Confederate flag. And I'm like, wow. And I actually started clapping. And I was excited about it because it needs to be a new wave of humanity. We are humans. We are humans from all walks of life. It's not about, anything else. And why should one race feel like that they need to conquer any other race just to feel dominant? The way that you feel dominant is through love. There's a verse that says in Romans 12:9, I ain't mean to go a little biblical on you, but it said love without hypocrisy despise what is evil and cling to what is good. You know? And love is the only way we'll drive out hate. And so we need to focus on love only. This needs to be love only zone. Like if you come around me and you ain't got no love, you need to disperse yourself. It tells us to resist evil and it will flee from us. So we resist the negativity of a Confederate flag telling me that I'm an underscore or I'm an underdog or I should feel inferior without my own consent. We need to get rid of things like that. We don't need to glorify things that immortalize other people's growth and development. You know, get rid of it. And let's start a new flag that says we're united and that I'm endorsing how we feel and how each and every one of you guys on this panel feel. Solutions, guys, no problems. I'm tired of problems. We're in the season of solutions. Come up with a solution and let's practice it. If we practice it, it can actually become a norm. We don't know what futuristic things look like. We can only be chained to what the past is. And we need to start new relationships, not boat rides. Relationships are journeys of the unknown. Boat ride is routine and around the damn corner. Get rid of the Confederate flag.
Okay,
I agree.
I'm gonna go because I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? Now,
you ready? You sure you ready?
I'm positive. First and foremost, do I believe we need reparations? Absolutely. It was promised to us. 40 acres and a mule, long time ago after slavery. Bam. Now I'm gonna follow what Bob Johnson said and a couple other people. Now Bob Johnson said that it's approximately almost 44 million Black Americans in the United States currently living, right? He said every Black American should get $1 million. Now, I agree with that, but I think it should be $2 million. The United States won't hurt if they give each of us $2 million and our children $2 million. That won't hurt them at all. And like you said, you believe that, Jasmine, you said they're going to give most of the money back. This is a fact. They can do the numbers already. They probably will get 50% of that money back in 1 year.
75.
It's just going to happen. And it needs to happen soon because that's not gonna hurt them. The same way they gave everybody $1,200 and $600 plus on this unemployment, the money's there. Make it happen. And secondly, with the Confederate flag and the statues, right now, I don't really have a problem with it. I have a problem when people use it for racist things. Now, the Confederate flag was a Democratic flag. For the people that don't know, that was the Democrats created the Confederate flag. Now, we all vote Democratic. They all want us Black people to vote Democratic. So how did the people that created this flag, that wanted to keep us in a certain light and keep us a certain way, they created this flag, but now all of a sudden we supposed to switch and think that it means, that they mean something else because they don't represent that flag no more? It's still the same party. It's still the same Democratic Party.
No, if it reps hate, it's not about the party.
I said if it's used. If it's used for hatred, if it's used for just historical purposes or things like that, those flags and those statues, if it's some historical context to it, because they say he who forgets his history is doomed to repeat it, okay? That's first and foremost. We can't just never act like this shit never happened. If you want to take all those statues down, all those flags, I think they should be put in a place where if people want to go visit this museum or something, they can go visit those things. Now, I know people probably going to be like, you Black, you ain't supposed to think like that. It's history. It happened. Put the shit somewhere. If those set of people want to go see it, take your dumb ass on the airplane, go in the museum, you walk around, you get to touch shit. They sell you mini statues and mini flags and whatever the fuck you want to do. If you're using the flag towards hate, then I have a problem with that. But it's also a part of history that was created by a Democratic Party, and they want all our Black ass, all our Hispanic ass, and a large portion of white women vote Democratic. This is history. It's a fact.
History. Okay.
So you said that. Love that. Democrat and Republicans meant a different thing back, because Democrat was of the wealth back then. And once the Civil War came into play, all that shit changed. They lost all their, because they had their own money, right? They lost the value of money. That's when it became poor people. So what
not all of them. Not all of them, because you can look at stuff like Norfolk Southern, Bank of America, Chase Bank. All of those things was founded off the backs of slaves. Those people are still wealthy. Those families are still wealthy. The average white person in the South that was a Democrat, of course, they became poor. But those people that profited off slavery, they still profiting today, and that's why I believe we deserve reparations.
Of course.
Yeah, okay. So, Brittany, let's get your take on it.
I agree with everybody.
No opinion.
She got that new hair in.
You agree
I
with
agree with
everybody?
everybody.
So what do you feel reparations should look like?
They can't even be measured.
Okay, baby. I don't know you like that, B, but that was and pain can't even be paid off.
No, ever.
That's real, baby. Pain can't be paid off.
So you don't got, so Bree, you ain't got no amount. You don't want 500,000, 650. If they right now just start cutting checks for 250,000, you will take yours and be satisfied?
No,
I'll
never be satisfied.
All right, Octavia.
I think as far as reparations, the pale people should leave us Earth and they should go to Mars and let us enjoy and bask in the fruits of our labors in peace. Since they're discovering new planets, they should probably find one to go to and just leave us here. But as far as the Confederate flag, yeah, take that shit down. Take it down.
Take it down. Okay, we just had another guest join in, Money Man the GOAT. And Money Man the GOAT, we're gonna let you know what we talking about. We talking about reparations. Should they pay us reparations? And what you think about removing the Confederate flag and the Confederate statues. We're gonna come right to you after our next one. Derek, OG.
So when it comes to reparations, absolutely I'm in favor of it. So when we're talking about amount, I mean, I wouldn't know what amount, but I'm kind of on the lines with Bob Johnson as well. I think I heard him say something about one article, maybe a couple of articles. I remember what, like 87,000 for life. You know,
for life.
Yeah.
All right, take it.
I mean, if you really think about it,
87,000 for life?
A year for life.
I'll take it.
Yeah, because if you think about the reparations that they give to the Indians, like 45,000 a year for life. Those Indians that live on the reservation. So if you give $87,000 for life, you know what I'm saying? Up, you know, every black person, descendant black person, and I mean, if you want to count like every 20 years, okay, cool, that's fine too, right? Or to the duration, but I think, yeah, you know, we should have a redistribution of the wealth, and as we, you know, look at things from 1865 to 1877, we have what you call the Reconstruction of America. So during the Reconstruction of America, what ended up happening after Lincoln was assassinated, you had a lot of those racist governors and senators who seceded from the Union get back in power. So the Reconstruction was to redistribute wealth so black people will be, you know, able to be cared for. So that was a part of the reparations, but that never happened. So what ended up happening, you know, you had like I said, you still had the patty rollers that became Ku Klux Klan. So we see how things change. So the patty rollers became the Ku Klux Klan, and now the Ku Klux Klan is police. So all of it is intertwined, and the Ku Klux Klan will run blacks back onto the plantation to continue to work for their former master as sharecroppers. So then we got in debt again. So now we working against ourselves. We paying to work because we in debt before we able to get an opportunity to generate any wealth. So over all of those years, other Americans and so-called white Americans, that's why they as white, you have what you call the homesteaders rule back then, where that they were giving away free land to anybody who migrated from Europe. And you had free slaves that they wouldn't give you the fucking land. So all you had to do was stay on the land so many years to become yours, but they forbid us from owning that, and that was one of the time around Reconstruction, where we supposed to be able to get to reparations again. So when we're looking at the Confederate flags, those individuals, they rebelled against the United States, and once you join the Union, you can't leave it. So that the flag is really a flag of rebellion. It's not a flag of, because if it had the South won, they would have been their own country, right? So that would have been very so-called American flag, but they didn't win. So the Confederate flag represent those southern states that seceded from the North and became their own country. You know what I'm saying? So they say we self-govern. You know what I'm saying? We serve up. But once you, like I said, you can't leave the Union. So what ended up happening, all those racist governors and senators and all of them got back in office after Lincoln was assassinated because they were Republicans. But even though those individuals are Democrats, they owned it like shit. Mississippi alone owned it like 12% of the motherfucking wealth in the whole world. So they cotton plantations, you know what I'm saying? So they didn't want to give that up. So we, black people, we made Mississippi one of the richest states ever. Yeah. So we deserve some form of reparations, whether it be in the form of dollars, a form of owning institutions, grants to fill our own community, whatever it is, you know, whereas now, you know, we have like a little Africa or something, you know what I'm saying? A black town, another Black Wall Street, in reparations in that way. But yeah, we need some money. So fuck that. We tired of not having no motherfucking money when everybody else get shit. You know, so I want my and the motherfucking blood out too.
Hey, look, before the next person go, I want to just share this with everybody. Article 47 of the Treaty of Peace with Japan in 1951, right? Where the United States gave Japan reparations calls to their people during the war. It's the reparations started in 1955 and lasted 23 years, ending in 1977, right? And then again in 1988, President Reagan signed the Civil Liberties Act and compensated more than 100,000 people of Japanese descent that was living in the United States and gave each of those people $20,000. So if you're able to give people that migrated from another country willingly, but you brought our black ass over here, well, I supposed to be in Nigeria with 9 wives and my dick out. You can't give me nothing.
That goes back to how they see us. They don't see us as a person. They see us as entertainment, labor, whatever.
Right.
That's why they won't give it.
Okay, let's go to the GOAT, Money Man. What you thinking about reparations and these Confederate flags and statues and stuff, man?
They could pay me, shit.
They could pay you?
Yeah, they could pay me. I feel like they should take them flags down, though. Don't that mean like some racist stuff on flags?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think they should come down there.
Hey, the Dukes of Hazzard had that shit on their car, man.
And we watched that shit.
Yeah. I think they should ride and go tear down the Confederate flag. They doing all this riding. They should go tear them down.
So you said the people should pay you.
Huh?
You said the people should pay. They should pay you. How much you think you deserve in reparations?
I need like $5 million. $5 million.
So say you get that thing. What's the first thing you're gonna do with it?
Oh, I'm buying all the property that they tore down. All the Arab property, I'm going to buy that. It's gonna be my gas station, my bill.
I like that.
Yeah, tall.
Okay.
Hey, but the first thing I like was that $5 million. That shit sounded good as hell.
$5 million. Hey, yeah. So I think with the I think if they wanna pay us reparations, I think it got to be more than just money. I think they got to fully regulate, reconstruct the whole financial sector with us, because they could give us money, but they still discriminate against us when they come to buying property and credit and stuff like that. They gonna have to pay us for these black dominant leagues that we dominate in. We need those reparated. We need black owners in those places. We need land. I need more than just the money. The money will be good, don't get me wrong, but I need more than just the money.
But what's stopping them from doing it now? Like, what's stopping the black owners from getting in there now? I feel like they lazy. That's their choice not to get in there. They could do it right now.
You know the NFL is a good old boy club, so they not letting in no.
Jay-Z in there.
Jay-Z not an owner.
Yeah,
And I just think sometimes we take our eyes off the prize because of money. And just the other day, I learned that Andrew Jackson was a slave owner. You know, we worship the wrong thing. I think that we need to start thinking about the Harriet Tubmans of
all the motherfuckers were slave owners. They said George Washington had 123 slaves.
And we worship.
One was his baby mama.
Yeah, we worship money.
And Thomas Jefferson.
Yeah.
We worship money, and we fail to realize that it says currency exchange. We're just changing it for each other's currency. And what we need to get into mental health. We need black people to get into knowing who they are from a spiritual standpoint. You know, think about it, brothers and sisters. If you really had a leg up on things, at least on one subject or how you feel deep inside, we all have something deep inside of ourselves that we really wish that we could do. And think about if I could tap into that on a physical level, how you would think. You have to relax, bro. We don't need to get caught up in no money and no land and shit.
Right.
We need to, because we can. If I give you exactly all the money in the world, you know, look at the Kobe Bryant tragedy, where Kobe gained everything we thought you would have in a life, and it's like he loses his life. His wife is the richest woman in America, but still her heart is she's still the most hard woman in America. So I think that we need to get way more deeper than money. Put our people at I'm not saying don't take the motherfucking money now.
Right.
You know what
right.
I'm saying? You know, give our people a better advantage than just the money.
Right. That's why I said we got to regulate more than just financially. We need everything going. But Octavia, I know you're a deep thinker, and you sitting over there deep in thought. What's your take on it?
On
reparations?
The reparations.
Yeah.
Well, I really didn't think of it how Jasmine said, if they give us the money, we'll put it just right back into it. So it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to say because they dominate so much stuff. So land would be good, but where? You know, it's just at this point.
Hey, hold on before you finish. Let me say this. If they came over the plan and they said they was gonna give us reparations, right? We at that moment we need to step to the side, come up with a plan and say, okay, fuck it, let's go find this uninhabited land somewhere and buy it and claim it as our own and start our own Black Wall Street. We won't have to worry about giving them shit if we start our own manufacturing.
And what if they come
meat
and bomb that
companies.
too? Then what?
Shit, we bomb them back because we rich now.
I don't know. I don't think it'll work. I don't know.
It'll work.
Reparations would just be us putting money back into the system. Just give us the planet and they can move to Mars. Ain't no other fucking option. Ain't no other option.
I think the reparations financially will be good, and I ain't gonna go too deep into whatever else, but I think it'll be good because, I mean, some of us might put it back into the country, some of us might not, but it'll start to create generational wealth. So, like, if, for instance, if they gave me $5 million, right, I'm looking at it like, how can it affect my namesake down the line? Like, my kids. What can I do to push to them? I don't care if they go get them another $5 million or whatever, but what can it do to get them there? And I would look at it too, like, I do want land because we see how the dollar bill is going. That ain't too strong. So give us something that's tangible that can be passed down for generations, and then we start with that and still give us the money.
And yeah, and that's called opportunity, brother, because what we see now is that you can have opportunity. What is a successful Black man is the missing piece of the puzzle, because you have the Bill Cosbys of the world locked up, the R. Kellys. You could go on, and you have George Floyd, who was in contact with other successful brothers. So what is the successful Black man? Even if we get the money, you going out flashy, and the police officer still don't know how to talk to your ass and gun you down. So what I think is our representation, what is it called? Refund check. Our refund check should be opportunities to have diversity experiences with other races, because they already know that we're wealthy, guys. Think about the open heart surgeon. Think about every city existing in America. Only thing you ever heard was the first Black anything. So they know our wealth. They know our worth. What we need is
Can I make another suggestion?
Go ahead.
It's not dealing with money. Another good reparation would be to open up cold cases and lock up those white people that could, like, I'm reading something now about that Black lady that went to that sleepover with all those white women, and she's in. Open up them cases, lock these motherfuckers up, get these animals off the streets. Pinpoint the KKK as a terrorist group. Anybody that's representing, lock them motherfuckers up. Throw these animals in cages so that we can live a happier life. I would want that more than money anyways. Throw these real animals in cages. Lock up these officers, lock up these racist terrorist people that's going around hanging Black men and Black women, and killing babies and raping our daughters and kidnapping us and taking organs. Lock these motherfuckers up. Start at the head and trickle on down to the inner community. That would be a great reparation.
Give them appropriate jail time.
One at a time, y'all.
Give them appropriate jail time too, because sometimes people get locked up for a year for doing crazy shit, but then the Black guy
lock up the animals.
Yeah, but with appropriate.
I don't think we should be. Don't spend my money or more of my taxpayer money talking about locking up people. Just let them go by their business. Just give me the money. So
give me the money too.
Give me a piece of land, maybe $7,000 a year. Some opportunities to bid on no interest loans and grants. Opportunity to purchase some of the first gas stations in the community. Then we got to start somewhere. So some people gonna jag their money. That's on them. It's okay.
I got a suggestion, Shreddy. I'm gonna throw out what they need to do. Everybody needs to just, you feel me, be awoke. They say to be awoke is to be alive. I think everybody should just get with this more American act. Everybody get with that act. Then everybody gonna be their own race. You ain't gonna be labeled as like under the government and stuff like that. What you let? Then we can start trying to do what we want to do. Then we'll be our own race.
Yeah, but we want our money first, though. So we ain't interested in all that other stuff. Talking about what we should be and what we shouldn't be. You know, we work for £400 a year, £500 a year for free. You
I
know,
don't think
not
money
allowed to
gonna do
work for free.
shit.
We want our money. We want
Hey,
reparations. All
I
black
think
people
money
deserve
can help.
reparations, and because we done already built this country, so you know we need to do this, we need to do that, and all that. That's fine, but just give me the money first, then people can go ahead and do what they want to do. So we can
And
work
money
as
cure cancer.
a collective, or a person can work as individuals.
All actuality,
But show me the money.
hey,
They
look.
say all actuality, that's not even
Any
real money. Though.
anybody.
That's real money is silver and gold. That is real money in real actuality. That's just
You gotta get,
a legal tender. Y'all talking about money. That ain't even real money though.
If
Money
any,
is gold.
Okay, well, it's not real money. That's true.
if
It's
you
not
don't
real
want if
money.
you don't want your money, give it to me. Let me have it.
what good is the money when you still got the cancer in the world? Like
Yeah.
what? Get rid of the
We know
cancer.
without, well, let's not speak money then. Let's talk about wealth building. So the United States is one of the wealthiest countries in the world. So they build a wealth, they build a motherfucking superpower, another Rome. United States is just like fucking Rome, the early motherfucking century.
Right. But back
This is a rich country, and we need some reparations, whether it's just in the form of property, like I said, because that's to see during Reconstruction of America, when you had all of those individuals migrating to the South and getting the free land in the West, that black people were denied, man. A lot of them shit became oil fields and shit.
Yep.
So that's why, you know, the Bushes and all them, they was handing down oil fields, and so they able to generate this wealth and pass it along. So we don't have that. So we need some form of reparations. So it's not so much of, you know, we have to do it as a collective, but as individuals, you know, a couple $100,000 or $87,000 a year, you know, 3 acres of land, and you know, like I said, first bid on some grass field, I'm down for it.
Right.
That's what I want.
Even though
Because
the question though, would the reparation go to mixed kids or just like purely black? You know what I'm saying? Not
They said 1% of black. See, they
it's
said 1%
black.
of black blood you consider black. So this is what we got to be careful with, because if they grant black people reparations, then we're gonna have every motherfucker come out like Hulu there and come out, I'm black too.
Exactly.
So this is what you see who riding with, you know, their fair weather friend. They gonna be, I'm black too.
Yeah. And that's what
So we can't allow them to derail us. So we got to focus on us. We can't focus on somebody, you know, identify with being like, you know, mixed race, or that person want to be Puerto Rican, or I'm Indian and I'm this. So, you know, you identify, you know, you stop your money, you know, get your check.
because and that's what I mean. And that's what I mean about, because I was watching a little clip, and I'll let you guys have the panel after that. But I was watching a little clip about back in the 60s, the 70s, and the 80s of poverty. We got to look at the you know, the umbrella of poverty that's been in black communities for a long time. So sure, you better take the money, but what about keeping the money and maintaining the money? And I think it's going to be these people do not want to have black people get ahead of them, and we have to understand that. And that's, I mean,
See, I feel what you're saying, that makes sense about like what Derek was saying about the 87,000 a year, right? I give it, I refer it back to like an athlete, right? Somebody make the NBA at 19 or 20, and you give them 20 million. What you think they gonna do? They go start spending it like crazy. But if I give you $90,000 a year, you spend it slower because you know that's what you got, and you making this over time. Because I give you $5 million one time, that's it. You spend it, you back in the same position. So
yeah.
No way is the right way, but no way is also the wrong way. Like they got to start somewhere, and I don't care if Julio or Chico come out to black and say, "Hey, I'm half black." That's for the United States to deal with, not me. Give me mine. give me.
Funny, like one of the young ladies said, like if they do give us money, we just gonna give it back. Like if we're not educated on how to spend money or educated on
money is no good unless you spend it. So money serve no other purpose but to spend. So unless you invest in the money, yeah, we're gonna spend it.
But you can spend it wisely though.
We giving our money anyway. So what difference do it make? Let me get
Yeah, but you can spend your money and rebuild and invest into the black community and help, or you can just spend the money
come up,
Gucci belt.
right, but listen, we can come up with 1,000 ways of what people would do with the money, what they might not do with the money. They might spend it, they might not, right? The reason why we think people will spend it now is because we can't manage the little money we got now. So that's the only thing that of value to us is that, like, that's the only thing we could do really. When you watch, if you sit back and really watch some of the people that spend the money that they earn, they don't spend it because they uneducated. It's like, I got this little amount of money, I can't really invest it because my credit fucked up, or I'm not given those opportunities. And what I'm gonna do when you looking and say, oh, a property foreclosed in your neighborhood, right? And they want 20,000, but you only making 40,000 at your job. You don't got the opportunity to invest, you feel, because the banks is discriminating. So when you run out and buy those Jordans, and us other black people who probably got a little better opportunity, looking like, oh, they just wasting their money. But sometimes it ain't the education. Sometimes it's just like they just.
But
not
still, you spending $200 on a pair of Jordan when you could have been saving them $200 to build on that 20,000 that you need. Period.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So
is to invest their money, whether it's little or big. They teach them to invest or save their money. We're not teaching our kids that.
And not only do they teach them to save their money, they also give them a springboard and jumpstart them, just like Donald Trump.
Exactly.
Donald Trump, his daddy gave him like $10 million or something to get started.
But I definitely think
to be the dickhead he is now.
Making their own money now.
But I know a lot of
this is true.
They're finding their own way.
That's true. And I know a lot of white people, right? And we know most white people do get their kids a head start. But let's talk about the white people that's on the poverty line. They not giving their kids a head start, right? And if we don't learn how money works, you can't save your way into $20,000. If you make 40,000, I guarantee you it's gonna take you forever to raise 20,000 if you saving a little bit. Because let's be honest, most cities people live in, one full-time job, you can't even afford to pay rent on a 2-bedroom apartment. So with one household making 40,000, they struggling and they could barely do anything. So until we learn how money works, and they kind of go with what y'all saying, you get
saying.
Yeah, so
we got to understand who control the wealth. So it's not so much. So it's how money works, but who control the wealth. So even if you decide that you're going to invest into something, right? You give some reparations. So if I want to buy a gas station in my community, I still got to go to the white man. So well, we got to begin to understand who controls the wealth and who makes the decision. So that's what power is. So yeah, we get a few 100,000, whatever. Yeah, we want that. But then now, how do you take that money and to turn it to make you a powerful person? Where, you know, like Tasha talked about, having a political voice or becoming an advocate or becoming organized. So that's one thing, but you definitely have to have some investment dollars in order to grow rich here in America. So without some investment dollars, then yeah, we'll funnel the money back into the economy, but we're going to do that anyway because the definition of economics is simply the exchange of goods and services. And like, if we want something, we're going to have to deal with those people anyway.
But at least you can help provide jobs. If you own a gas station, you can provide jobs.
That's true. So
local black businesses, they can
hell, even if you spending money, you still keeping other people employed.
Right. I mean, we could go on and on with the topics. Everybody got great point of views, but all we know for sure is all us want that reparation. We'll figure out what the fuck will happen.
Not all us. Not all us. Not all us.
Oh, somebody said they want it. Well, they can spend it with me.
Ain't nobody say that.
Just invest it with me, and
because I'll take your part. Because I thought you said you ain't want it.
Oh, they want it. So give it to us. Let us figure out what we go do to it, or we do with it.
Told me, boy, you never turn out no damn money.
That's right. If they owe us, hey, our ancestors died for that, so we got to get what they had coming and give it to us. So we gonna wrap this up. And if you black, white, Hispanic, whatever, you feel like we as black people deserve reparations, and you want to dig in your ancestry and figure out that you 0.0002% black, come get you half for 87,000. But let us know what you think. 3 The Hard Way TV, where we discuss the hard topics. We gonna say what y'all afraid to say. Deuces.
Yes.
All day, money, power, respect. 3 The Hard Way.